grey over there, my lord. Guys, I think I'm going to turn this light up a little bit. Make it a little bit brighter. Problem with my setup at the moment is I tear it down and then set it back up every time. Every time I do a cover, every time I record a reaction, every time I do a live video. So it's going to be slightly different each time. We're on a bit of a lean as well. And that's pretty good, I think. Oh, I've already had a comment come through. I want to say random drawing once a month, random subscriber to have a non-Patreon reaction for us poor folk. Love it. Absolutely love it. And don't believe the hype. I do a lot of... why am I not in HD here? I do a lot of non-PayPal requests as well, like you would have seen hopefully with the like the metal ones that I've been doing, and I have been picking out non-PayPal and Patreon requests. So yeah, it's hard to stick to something like if I did a random one a month. That's not too big a call. I think that's actually a very, very nice idea. Cheers, by the way. I've turned this light up too bright now. Now it's shining off my forehead and a little bit hard to look into, but Suzanne, how are you doing? We're going to have a very, I don't want to give it away, I don't want a spoiler alert, but Suzanne, we're going to have a very fun week coming up. She said, so inappropriate. Yeah, I'll put it this way, you're going to enjoy the week. Again, that's what she said though. That's the problem. That's the problem when you start on the that's what she says, because they can just fit in anywhere. That's what she said. Stop it. Stop being immature, please, and encouraging me. What else we got here? Blast beats for 12 hours live stream. Awesome. What he said. John Miller coming in with the what he said. By the way, am I coming in HD? Because I'm trying to keep track of you guys, the comments, and I'm in very pixelated, strange kind of image. I'm going to restart this. Not restart it. What do you call it? No, it's the same. What's going on here? Everything look normal? Everything look right? Let me know. I'm assuming it would. I'm assuming it does, or you would have let me know, right? Yeah, so the idea here, John Miller, no, you were a little blurry. Are you sure you haven't been drinking, John? Better now. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so the idea here is basically I feel like the live videos, these live videos are a really good opportunity. I feel like I'm kind of wasting it a little bit. And I feel like it could be better, but I sort of want your feedback on which way you want to go. I have done polls in the past on like the people in this community who are drummers or who are musicians, who are looking for lessons and that kind of stuff in terms of putting out more live lesson content, which I have done. And I think the stats were actually quite low in terms of drummers. It might have been like 20% or something, which is not that low, but it's kind of low. So that would just mean there's a lot of people who aren't really looking for like me on a pad doing an actual lesson and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe we could throw a bit of that in as well. Not sure. Oh, Kenny's Auto Solutions. When are we getting the full Fall in the Rain? You Kiwi tease. Yeah, it's on the way. It's on the way. Man, I could do a whole video on Fall in the Rain. Boy, oh boy. The other thing, the easy thing to do is to do like a Q&A or these Ask Me Anything videos. But I'm not sure I'm that interested. And it seems like a bit of a, I don't know, it feels like, you know, that's all about me. You asking me all about me, and I tell you all about me, whereas I'm not sure that that's super interesting. And but yeah, maybe chuck one of those in every now and then. The Q&As actually, in terms of views, don't actually do that well. Considering the amount of subscribers on the channel and everything, they don't get a heck of a lot of views. So and I do like to go off you guys. Like the Patreon members are the absolute best, because they just pick such good videos, such good suggestions, and they're really into this, right? So they're just, you know, they think deep about it, and their ideas are always good. So yeah, I should go back to the Patreon crew with this question as well. Jonathan Lundeen just wants more Sabbath, of course. Well, you're going to enjoy the rest of this week. Crater Cop, become a YouTube meme lord. Yes, I've been putting in some new memes, my own memes. I was absolutely gutted on the Craig Reynolds video that I did recently. I don't know what happened when I rendered that video, but I had made up a bunch of like teasing British memes on that video, and they didn't show in the video. Something weird happened. I didn't save it, or I deleted them. I don't know what happened, but I was absolutely gutted that didn't work out. John Mark Waddell, hey Andrew, good to be back on another stream. Good to have you, man. Saburu 79666, sevenfold, please, dude. Yes, a lot of people have asked for Avenged Sevenfold. Obviously, need to get them. So, I mean, maybe it's as simple as more reactions. I mean, maybe instead of a live video, that could be another reaction. Although it is nice to switch it up, I think. I'm going to have to turn this light back down. I can barely look into it now. Oh, man. Yeah, so I'm open to ideas. I guess we're coming to the end of the year. I'm starting to think about, you know, what to do, something fresh, where's it all going. It has been a bit hard to do regular lives just because I don't know what's going on in the household a lot of the time, and I don't have a specific room where I could do this, so I'm here in the dining room. So yeah, I mean, it would be good to make the most of these live videos. There's so many options. It's unlimited basically. So one idea is, and I can cycle through these. That would definitely be possible. I could do like a gig story. I've got a drum teacher rants playlist that hopefully you guys have had a look at, and within that, it's got jazz school rants and things that I learned at jazz school, and drum teacher rants, and also best, worst, funniest stories. So I could throw one of those in every now and then, and we could cycle around these ideas. So basically you're only getting one of each a month to keep it fresh. That's an idea. I kind of like that. I'm not allowed to like my own ideas. What else have we got here? John Miller, have you heard of Dream Theater? I have, sir. And Have I done a Dream Theater? I did the El Estepario Siberiano Dream Theater video that he did with a single kick. I can't remember. I did some Portnoy. Yeah, I think we've had some Dream Theater on here. Crater Cop, I was here for 5 seconds and typed that. Didn't think you would read it. Love your content. Thanks, man. Kenny's Auto Solutions. You should play professionally. You're not bad at those drums. Yeah, I really like your Drumeo videos with the notation. If I had more to play, I would sign up to Drumeo. Kenny's Auto Solutions, take my free trial. Free trial, 30 days. It's plenty of time. I mean, you could do a whole course in that time. You could, grab a whole bunch of those notation transcriptions that you like. Saburu79666. I also love Dom Howard from Muse. He's a nutty drummer. I found your channel 6 weeks ago and really enjoy it. Thanks, man. Happy you didn't slag Lars off. Oh, let's not get back into Lars. That's what she said. Let's not get back. Oh, he said. Let's not get back into Lars. Let's leave it. John Mark Waddell. We consider a Drumeo membership for a musician who plays by ear rather than tabs. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you don't need any theory knowledge really at all to get a lot from Drumeo. Actually, it could be a little bit skewed because I'm just showing this one feature of Drumeo, which is the rolling transcriptions in my covers. So I guess you could get the idea that that's sort of the focus of the site. That's not the case at all. Plenty of stuff. If you're not a reader, plenty of stuff. Give it a shot. As I say, the link is in the... Should I put it here as well? Let's put it here as well, in the chat. It's free. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing to lose. I'll put the link in the chat. Where's it gone? Coming up. Now. Boom. There it is. Go grab yourself 30 days for free. On me. The transcription feature on its own. I mean, I'm still, even within that transcription, rolling transcription feature, I'm still finding stuff. Like you can slow the tempo up or down. You can put a count into the songs. You can put clicks into the songs. I was doing one yesterday with a student and I accidentally clicked on a button and it did a drumless version of the song with the transcription. So you play along and there's no drums there and you're the drummer. I mean, it's mind-blowing. Anyway, back to the chat here. I mean, obviously there's just a range of opinions and a range of feedback here about what I should do in general and what I should be doing on live videos. So I guess it's up to me in the end, isn't it? I need to figure out something that's going to work for me that I can do consistently. And then I think will be entertaining and fun for you guys. But yeah, I want to use it well. I don't want it to be too, as I say, I don't want it to be too indulgent. Stories about me or things I've learned or gig stories or Q&As. That's sort of all about me, isn't it? And it's going to get pretty tired pretty quick. Okay, every now and then, I suppose, but yeah. What else we got? John Waddell. Jared Falk and his team there are just genius. Yeah, that's pretty phenomenal. I mean, for me, going from someone who didn't use Drumeo and was sort of, I wouldn't say against it, skeptical. Someone who was skeptical. I'm a legit drummer, trained drummer. I'm working and teaching and everything. I don't need Drumeo. Now, I use it every day. Literally every day. I can't actually imagine teaching without it now. Bizarrely enough for me. Just having access to all the songs. alone. And then even the lessons, you know, you can look into these lessons and sort of rethink about, not necessarily copy the lessons for your own purpose, but sort of rethink about how you teach stuff and process and steps and everything. Really, really useful and eye-opening. And especially having access to all the different drummers that are on there, and their different approaches. Really good. John Miller, I would love you to learn and play Tom Sawyer from Deal. Pinky promise, John. Let's do it. Remind me about that. And Accenture? More Nick Peterson. When? That dude. Oh my God. There's been a couple of dudes like this on the channel, and I forget them all. Out of nowhere, you know, names that were just floating around in the ether, didn't mean anything to me, really, other than it was just a name that I heard repeated. Nick Peterson is one of those guys, man. Absolutely insane. One of my favorite videos I've watched on the whole channel. There's been a couple like that. That didn't get a lot of views. The Marcus Gilmore video. I don't know how many times I've brought this up. There's a Zildjian Live video with Marcus Gilmore. He was actually a guy I had never heard of. Someone requested it. If it was you, if you're watching this live video, hit us in the chat. Can't remember who requested it. Oh my God. It's ridiculous. It's just at that stratosphere level of I can't believe what I'm watching right now. The other one of those that I've, again, talked about ad nauseum was Sput. I guess they're in the same ballpark of this modern improv jazz world, and I dare anybody to watch that video and not throw their drum kit out the window. John Mark Waddell, I've been enjoying a lot of their Genius of videos, talking about Drumeo here, hosted by Brendan Taves. He really puts the work into a study into each drummer he covers. Yeah. He is the real deal, man. His thing where he played every single Rush song, it's like 175 songs. And these are no picnic either. And just killed it. I mean, he would have basically, I'm assuming, would have been basically ready to do the Rush gig. I don't want to go there, because we've talked about Lars, you know, doing the Metallica gig, but drumming wise, man, he was knocking them out of the park. John Miller, Todd Suckerman from Styx reactions. I have done one on Todd, so make sure to check that out. And probably worth mentioning that I do have a reaction video playlist. So if you're just here for the reactions, that's absolutely fine. Welcome. Go to that reaction video playlist, or just go to my channel and type in the search bar Todd. It'll be the only Todd on the channel. Kenny's Auto Solutions, again, thank you. I'll maybe give myself some extra time off in the new year for Drumeo. I will probably be snowed in soon anyway. -11 last night. Have a great day, Mr. Rooney. Yeah, it's hot here at the moment. It's summer here. It is about 25 degrees. So for you crazy Americans and your wacky system of measuring everything, what is that? 25 degrees, but it's humid. It's really humid here. What is 25 degrees? No, it's done the other way. 77 Fahrenheit. 77 Fahrenheit. I've lost my screen now. Looking for a Celsius to Fahrenheit conversion. Robert Thomas. I like to see videos explaining music theory. Subdivisions and triplets, stuff like that. Great question. And this is exactly what I was doing in my live videos. You might want to go back actually and check out some of those live videos I did. I did a sort of a basics series of that kind of stuff. You don't even need a drum kit to do those. Just follow along and yeah. So, okay, time signatures. Everybody heard of 4/4, right? 4/4 timing. You can have 5/4 timing, 6/4 timing, 9/4, 10/4, 10/4 rubber ducky. You can have all different top number. You can also have a different bottom number, but let's leave it at 4 for the moment. The 4 on the bottom of this time signature, we'll use 4/4. 4, it's 4, line 4, like a fraction. The bottom number represents what type of notes they are. The top number represents how many of those notes there are in one bar. So let's say you're playing back in black. Let's say we're playing back in black, which is in 4/4 timing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. We go back to the 1, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then always back to the 1. So we don't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and drifting off like that. The pattern repeats after 4. And oh, sorry, I'll just get back to this. Springy, is my broadband broken? The video is choppy. It's normally crystal clear. How is it for everyone else? I'm sure it's my end. That's what she said. Yeah, no, my video is choppy as well. I mentioned that before. I'm not sure why. Have you ever got too many things open here? Or using up too much broadband? I'm not sure. Okay, I'll get back to this. Oh, people are saying I'm fuzzy now. What? Where were you all when I was asking? Huh. You can hear my audio, right? That's clear, but the video is not good. Oh, that's unfortunate. Right, we'll power on through. We might make it a short one. That's what she said. But yeah, 4/4, top number, how many? Bottom number, what type? In terms of notes in a bar before we repeat the bar again. So let's say it was 5/8 or 3/8 time signature. Now there's 3, but they're not quarter notes anymore on the bottom. They are 8th note on the bottom. So that's time signature. This was a good question actually. It was pretty loaded up with stuff. What else we got? Okay, this is why I put in those little captions on during the videos when I can, just to try and keep throwing it out there of what I'm talking about. What else did we have? Subdivisions and triplets. Okay, triplets. I don't know what the technical description would be for triplets, but think of 3, an even spaced grouping of 3 notes. So let's say this is our time. If I did 16th notes, which are not triplets, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Every time I do a number between those numbers, there's 4 notes. Those are what we call 16th notes, 4 times 4 equals 16. You can fit 16 of them in a bar. Now, what if I wanted to, within that same space, the same tempo, without slowing down the tempo, I didn't want to play 16 notes, but I wanted them even. That's when we're starting to get into subdivision, and that is when we could, for example, use triplets. So if this is still our tempo, hopefully this is close to the tempo I was clicking out. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 16ths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is what we call cycling through subdivisions. 1, 2, 3, 4. 16ths. 1, 2, 3. 16th triplets. 2, 3, 4. And it goes on and on. 30 seconds, 30-second note triplets, 64ths, 64th note triplets, 128ths, 256ths, on and on and on. You can just keep subdividing this piece of the pie into smaller and smaller chunks. What's important here, and what I always stress in the videos that I've done previously on subdivision, like the lesson videos, is the tempo hasn't changed. Just what you're playing within it has changed. This is unfortunate that the quality has gone a bit AWOL. Maybe we will leave it there and revisit this when we've got some better video, eh? What do you guys think? We've had a lot of work going around our house. Oh, Robert Thomas, the quality is fine. Dung Beetle, do 5s now. No, I'm not Anakin Nellis. Complete transparency. I've never used 5s. I've never used, well, I've used groupings of 5s. I've never used quintuplets though. Yeah, just don't really need them. This is a good question actually. It's a good point. That's what she said. All of this drum stuff, cheers. All of this drum stuff like 5s and paradiddles and everything. None of this, of course, relates to the rest of the band. Because if they're not hip to those concepts, then it's just going to sound like you've made a mistake. Like literally, it's that bad. Polyrhythms are the same, metric modulations. It's, if the band's not hip to it, forget it. Because you're just going to sound like an idiot. It's going to sound just like you're making mistakes. And it won't make any sense anyway. I mean, why would you blast out polyrhythms and modulations if the band's not hip to it? Yeah, it doesn't really work. Okay, I'm getting slammed on the video quality here, which, yeah, there's not much I can do about that, unfortunately. Dung Beetle, that's when you know you're smarter than your band. I don't know about that. I'm a pretty meat and potatoes drummer. I keep it pretty simple. And people generally like playing with me. I get hired a lot because I guess I know with a lot of experience, not saying I'm special, it's just from having a lot of experience, that I know what's needed, right? if you just go in drum head, oh yeah, come on, I'm gonna screw these guys up with all my crazy stuff. Yeah, those people are often hated, ridiculed, reviled, just for being. It's too jazz police e. It's just too jazz police approach to do that. Okay, well, we might have to wrap it up there, I suppose, if the video's a bit buggered. Oh, here we go. John Mark Waddell. When did you start playing the drums? I started late, John. I must have been. I think the first time I dabbled would have been 17, which is pretty late. I gotta say, and then not seriously until early 20s. I was sort of just mucking around before that, and then another step in seriousness. This is my serious face. When I went to music school, so I realized when I went to music school, everything I'd done previously, I was just sort of mucking around. I didn't have that sort of killer instinct of, I don't know, if you've had that thing of you just get into a room and you just get it sorted and you just go and go and go until, you don't eat, you don't sleep until it's done. That kind of obsession level. And that was, I went to, everything was late for me. I went to jazz school when I was 25, which is pretty late. And although music degrees are funny because you get a complete range of ages. There were people in their 60s doing a music degree. All sorts. People just out of school. Just everything. Daniel Garais. So the question, what do we want in the future? So what video that you have done has the most views? Yeah, that's a really simple way of looking at it, and it's a smart way of looking at it. That was the Numa video, wasn't it? That was the most viewed, just because it's such a cracking drum video at its core. The actual video is just so incredibly impressive. But yeah, I mean, I guess I'm already doing that, aren't I? I'm already, pumping those out. That's what she said. So I guess I'm looking for what you want in a live video. Unless we did like a watch party type thing in the live video. All kinds of possibilities, obviously. John Mark Waddell. The age I am now, actually, I mean, look at Dave Grohl. He started at 15 and is considered one of the greatest rock drummers out there today. Yeah. Just, but Dave Grohl, he's one of these guys where he would have just been in the garage playing sun up, sundown. You can just tell. He's got that Jack Black energy about him. Brooke Hornbeck. Howdy, Andrew and everyone. Hello. Justice. What are your opinions on less common forms of percussion rather than traditional drumming the world is used to, such as beatboxing, perhaps? Hey, is our video just fixed? My video's fixed at my end. Let me know if it's looking better at your end. Oh, well, there we go. There must have been some work going on outside, I think. So let's start the video now. And go. Beatboxing, non-traditional forms of percussion, I think it's cool. You got to be really careful to not hate on the next generation's stuff. Although I do it with music. Everybody does it. Everybody falls into that trap. You got to keep an open mind. I think I look at hip hop, and nobody thought hip hop was going to last. Flash in the pan thing, it's from the streets. This weird thing. They're talking. What is this? And look at it. It's probably the biggest genre in the world still. I've got, yeah, that's off topic, but I think you've got to keep an open mind and just not rule things out. There are always things that grow on you as well, so yeah. In terms of other forms of percussion like hand drums and stuff like that, adore it. Absolutely adore it. I've played congas, bongos, tambourine, triangle, all kinds of different things for different shows and stuff, and absolutely adore it. Djembe, and they're all as much of an art in themselves as the drum kit. It is absolutely as difficult to get as good as triangle, as it is to get good at the drums, or certainly congas and bongos. I mean, that's a whole world and got their own history, so I love all that stuff. John Miller, Dave Grohl is good, but one of the greatest. And then he's got this emoji. Yes, John, he is one of the greatest. Don't get me started. Don't make me bring out my Lars whip. Christopher Shapiro, hello. Hello. Mark Crimmins. Okay then, how about a seniors discount? Now, I think you were talking about before, you're a senior citizen, is that right? Therefore, you know, the direct request line might be a bit expensive. Totally get it. Totally understand that. I do other reactions like the metal and extreme guys that I've been asking for, and just in general, I am doing other picks when I can, but I can't do everybody's. So hopefully that's okay. Well, not hopefully. It's going to have to be okay because I can't do 200 videos a day. It just can't happen. I'm doing my best to get to the big ones. John Mark Waddell. Oh, here we go. This is this Dave Grohl chat going on. Yeah, it's hard, you know, with dudes like Dave Grohl and that. There was a video, I did it on the channel, of Dave Grohl recently. I think it was like 2021, was it? Recently was up on a stage. I don't know what the situation was, and he played Smells Like Teen Spirit. He played it. It was a play along. It wasn't a live thing with a band. It was just him on the drums, headphones on, played along with Smells Like Teen Spirit. And it was so phenomenal. I can't imagine anybody could play that song like him. And I just wondered, you know, did he practice for that? Or is that just there? That he can play a song at that level with that studio perfection. It's just there in his body and his brain. He can just do it at any time. You listen to that video, the way he's hitting the drums, the sound he's getting out of the drums, genius. Absolutely genius. No one could do it. I mean, I even think of the dudes who are like technically incredible in that realm, like Josh Freese, for example, amazing drummer, the GOAT rock session drummer. He couldn't do that. He couldn't do what Dave Grohl just did. And you're going to think I'm crazy for saying that. He couldn't do it like Dave Grohl. It's a signature, man. He plays and it's a signature. It's like, that is me. And no one else can do it. It's like a magic trick. Taylor Hawkins, pretty close. Sounded a lot like Dave Grohl. And that was, you know, no accident, obviously. I'm assuming Dave Grohl's probably his favourite drummer. And just all those decades with him. But yeah, incredible. Off topic again. Mr. Maloney, PhD, just finished doing the advanced lifetime warm-up. What? Mr. Maloney, PhD, link. Hit us with a link, man, and I'll share it. Because that is a really difficult warm-up. I'm working through the lifetime advanced myself at the moment, and it is tough. Really tough. Hit us with a link, man. What else we got? John Miller, how big is this greatest drummer list? It's long. Mark Crimmins, he's on the senior discount for Ed Commenter. Frankenstein Live, you will thank me. Okay, I'll do my best. I'll do my best. Let's see. See how we go. Mr. Maloney PhD, took me 18 months to learn it. Link, man. Send a link, I'll share it. I promise. Because that is impressive. If you can play the Lifetime Advanced, hats off to you, sir. This is a good lesson, actually. It took 18 months to learn it. And I don't even think that's crazy, you know. I have been working through... How long have I been working through the advanced one? I like to really take my time with that kind of stuff. I think I've been working through the advanced Lifetime warm-up for... Jeez. I think it probably all this year. I think all of this year. Now this might shock people. I've had people pick up the stick control book and reach out to me and email me, or students will get the stick control book. Hopefully everybody watching this video knows about Stick Control by George Stone. The most famous drum book of all time. It's just rights and lefts. That's all. That's all. And I've been working on the first page of Stick Control since I was about 19. So over half my life, well over half my life, on one page. I think this sort of plays back into the talent myth that people, that I'm always really hot on the talent myth and the how you learn the drums, the reality of how you learn the drums. Because, all of us teachers, we get people who want to be Vinnie Colaiuta in 2 weeks. And this is not kids. Can be adults who are thinking like this. And you've got to be really honest. I really like what Mr. Maloney PhD said here, If he played through this workout, you could say, oh, look what I did. I just sight read it. Or I just, I got it together in a week. No, he said it took me 18 months to learn the damn thing. Because it's hard. That's what she said. And I like this transparency. That's why I was so proud about the myth bust videos that we did, that myself and the other drum teachers did. Just really honest. And like this is not easy. If it was easy, everybody will do it. Everybody would be Buddy Rich, or everybody would be Danny Carey, and they're not. Why? That's hard. That's what she said. It's really difficult. So yeah, oh man, I hope to get my Lifetime Advanced up to full speed soon. The flam section in the Advanced is so hard. I'm okay, I think, on the flams. Which bit do I find tricky? The triplet rolls, I just don't have doubles that fast yet. What else? Oh, the paradiddles, man. Paradiddle inversions that he does? Damn. What's going on here? Suzanne, since everyone is asking for the Frankenstein live video, I will, as a gift to all of the people that support you, Andrew, I'll pay through PayPal. What? That's insane. I'm obliged to do PayPal requests. That is legit help on the channel for all the time. That's incredibly gracious of you, Suzanne. But there is a good treat coming up as well. You know what I'm talking about. Don't do all that's what she said, because it's a she, and yeah, you know what I mean. Harry Mark, what? Don't know how to pronounce that surname. Hello, you should watch Rory Gallagher in 1970 on Isle of Wight. I always thought it was Isle of Wight. And watch the Genius Jazz Drummer. Hold on. Isle of Wight? It's Isle of Wight, I knew it. You might have got auto-corrected there. Whew. Yeah, corrected it. Wasn't going crazy. If that had been Isle of Wight my whole life, my world would have been shocked. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. Learning. This is a whole video series in itself. The realities of learning things. Learning things properly. 18 months, I think, is a good period of time to spend on it. I don't know how you learnt that workout, Mr. Maloney, PhD. Do I have to call you PhD at the end every time, or can I just call you Maloney or Mr.? I slow these things down. I just slow them right down and just take my time. And I don't really have anything as a goal. So my goal with it is not really to play it at 100%. I just want to play it good. And I can feel when I'm playing it good. I had this recently with Fall in the Rain. I typically, with my covers, I'll typically spend about a week with the cover and then record it. I feel like a week normally is the sweet spot of getting it to sound pretty good, like pretty on point. Fall in the Rain, different story. I had some proper issues with Fall in the Rain. Actually, I might do a separate video on this because it reminded me how to learn doing Fall in the Rain. Does it have heaps of difficult, crazy chops? No. But it's got the most ridiculous and sexy and greasy groove that you almost have to relearn how to play the drum kit to make it sound anything close to what John Bonham did. John Bonham, genius. John Mark Waddell, I agree. Okay, here we go. Oh, Justice said anything worth learning takes time and dedication. Yes. And then John Mark Waddell, I agree, Justice, it took me 5 months to literally go through all of Foo Fighters Everlong on drums. But then I finally got it, and man, was it worth it. So question for you, John Mark Waddell. It took you 5 months to get Foo Fighters Everlong, which is obviously a reasonable amount of time. That's what, 150 days approximately? So you would have gone through many stages of learning through that. And you would have essentially learnt it really properly, like really deeply. Question for you, is it something that's just in you now? So you could just jump on a kit, you know, if you were blind drunk at 2 o'clock in the morning and I shook you and woke you up and got you out of bed and put you on a drum kit, would you be able to play it just like? Is it that much ingrained, or is it something that would require maintenance for you? Weird question. A little bit invasive in the bedroom, waking you up when you're drunk. But let me know if if that's the case. Or, yeah, be curious to know your thoughts. Rolf Gem, Bard Colstard playing Frank Zappa, Black Page Part 2. Interesting. That sounds good too. All of these sound good. All of your picks are good. I'm not ever disparaging any picks and saying the PayPal ones are better. No way. I'm just obviously prioritizing those ones because they've contributed and helped out with the donation. That sounds great. Anything Bard, I'm down. This coffee's kicking in. Starting to lose my mind a bit. I have got 4 or 5 more days of teaching for the year, and boy, oh boy, it's been a year. So then I'll be able to spend a bit more time with the on the editing and different things. I have started a new channel, which I've kept very low. I can't believe I'm bringing this up. Can't believe I'm bringing this up. I started a new channel. It's not drums though. I'm going to leave that as a tease. One thing with that channel is I'm not in it. I don't show my face in it. Oh, here we go. John Mark Waddell's answer to my question about waking him up in bed. It's something you would require a bit of focus and energy for sure. If I usually go into a set, I always try to save as much energy as possible because of how much of physically demanding song it is. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good answer. Yeah. I mean, live as well, you get a bit of adrenaline. You know, you can sort of go for it live. You're always going to have that natural live adrenaline. And then follow it up with maybe it will eventually become ingrained, just not yet. I think I like to approach it like really hammer it for however long it takes. Like the PhD, where is he? The guy who did the lifetime warm up. You know, you do it and do it and do it. That's what she said. Pound and pound and pound. That's what she said. And then leave it. And then leave it for a bit. Give your brain and your body a little bit of time to accept the demands of what you're expecting of it. And then you might come back fresh. I always come back from the Christmas holiday fresh and like ready to play and playing a lot better. This time of the year, I'm not playing that good for me. I'm like, I don't know, a bit burnt out, tired, just not stressed, you know, not enough mental bandwidth to actually play what I want to do. Play how I want to play, sorry. Justice, if you're after more metal, some Machine Head would be great. Yeah, my friends supported them when they came here from memory. Both Chris Contos and Matt Alston are great drummers that have played for the band, each with incredible quality live videos. Sounds good. Marco Tenhav, I would like to suggest something by Rush. If you don't want that for now, I would like to suggest something by Rush. Okay. I'm taking it you want to suggest something by Rush. We are going to have a second Rush week, by the way. 150k subs. We're going to celebrate that with another Rush week. I know it's a bit away. I know that. So you're going to have to get your friends subscribing, and then we can do another Rush week. Logan Park, here's a good one. Instead of reviewing other drummers, try to replicate some of the more interesting parts or sections you remember from your reviews in a tutorial style video. Great call. This is all time though. This is the stuff. Now I've talked about this before. If we got this channel to a really big level, let's just say hypothetically, I stopped teaching, which would obviously free up. I teach 6 days a week. That would free up a ridiculous amount of time to do this kind of stuff, to actually deep dive, spend more time on video editing and recording, and yeah, I'm not going to rule it out, but it's just time. It's time consuming to do all that stuff. Melon, how's your hot for teacher double kick skills? On a scale of 1 to 10, -5. I don't even own a double kick pedal. Marco 10 up. How many accounts do I have to make for the next Rush week? Man, you're going to be busy making YouTube accounts, man. Aaron Greenway, Adam Janzi from Volar, 24 Light Years Drum. Yep, that's another name that's popped up. Have I already done an Adam Janzi though? I feel like I have. Adam, I'm just going to type Adam. Adam Rupp, Adam Bjork, Adam Gray, Adam Jarvis. I might have been thinking of Adam Jarvis. This is how easy it is, by the way, because I always get requests for people that I've already done. That's what she said. But yeah, you can just search. Search on the channel Vinny Caluta or whoever. Adam Janzi, maybe you did search that and you saw that there were none. But yeah. Melon, I guess Meshuggah Bleed is out too. Yes, you would assume correctly. I have never, ever wanted a double kick pedal. This might sound really weird. I've never wanted one. Never been interested. My gig life, I mean, as someone who always played a lot, I was running around town playing 4 or 5 gigs a week, at different points in my life. I just couldn't imagine running around and setting up double kick pedals and, big, very minimalist. And the music I listen to and got hired to play is never double kick. Probably because I can't do it. So I guess those guys and girls who can do that kind of stuff, they're going to get hired for those type of gigs. It's just the way it is. Mr. Maloney, my new friend, the Great Hands for a Lifetime. Love the Craig Reynolds video. Big fan of his drumming and Stray from the Path. Yeah, man, that was a great vid to check out. Maybe not indicative of his style normally, but yeah, killer drummer for sure. Guys, we are up on the hour mark. I do have to run. I'm glad the image quality got sorted here. It was very strange, wasn't it? That sort of didn't work out. Justice. Okay, one more. Even as an experienced drummer, there must be new tricks you can learn. I'm learning new stuff constantly. Trust me. I don't know 1% of what is out there to learn on the drums. Perhaps picking up a double kick pedal would be a good thing to learn for content on the channel. Yeah. Okay. Try and answer this as quickly as possible because I do have to run, but this is sort of getting into the Dunning-Kruger thing for me because it would be such a long journey. I'm under no illusions about how difficult it is to get good at double kick. You basically, ideally want your left kick to be as good as your right kick, right? At the moment, my left and my right feet have a completely different role on the drum kit, and I love that. You've probably seen on my covers, I always keep an ostinato going on my left foot. I can't imagine not having that ostinato. It's my metronome, really, my left foot. I can't imagine not having that and replacing it with another kick pedal. And I'm, as I say, under no illusions of how difficult it would be. I feel like it's a bit of in terms of content, I feel like it would be a bit of a lose-lose because I would need to put out stuff like, say, a progress video, right? And it was going to be horrible. It'll be like a beginner learning double kick, right? And then you're just going to get crushed by people saying, oh, you can't do it. Or, years. It would be years before I could play anything close to listenable. 5 years, I would say, before I'm comfortable on it. And then another 5 after that to actually integrate it, I would assume, and be able to play some of these songs. I'm not against the idea, but I think it's opening yourself up for issues. And then people are going to read into that and go, oh, you suck. You can't even play double kick. Because here you are putting out this content where it's bad at double kick, right? But anyway, I like the idea. I love progress videos. I love the authenticity of that, though. So I'm not going to rule it out. Anyway, I'm going to have to go. we didn't really get on a lot onto the topic, did we? We just sort of talked about random stuff, and maybe this is the best way to do this. Maybe this plus me with a practice pad. So if something does pop up, I can try and answer it quickly on a pad. Ideas. Guys, take care. I'll catch you tomorrow. There's a mind-blowing video that is coming out tomorrow. It was mind-blowing for me. I'm sure you guys are going to dig it. Have a great day. Take care. Ciao.